Hey guys, so today I'm here with a review of Battlefield Bad Company 2 for the iPhone and iPod Touch. So I've got this app. It came out yesterday, and I've spent several hours going ahead and playing it, testing it out. And overall, I'm fairly impressed. It's not perfect, as most first-person shooters aren't for the iPhone and the iPod. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how it works. It is pretty decent. So there are two major things. There's the campaign, which I'll show you guys in just a second. And then there's also going to be the multiplayer function. Now, I've spent a lot of time playing on the Bluetooth, so you can actually go ahead with two iPods or iPhones or however you have it. You can actually go ahead and locally play against a friend or a family member or whatever using Bluetooth. Now, I actually have been playing this for quite a while, and it's actually quite a bit of fun. It's not perfect, the controls are really not that good, which I'll show you guys in a minute, but overall it is pretty fun. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, and of course there is multiplayer over Wi-Fi as well as online as well. So definitely pretty cool there. But let's go ahead and just show you guys the campaign, show you how it all works. Okay, so this is the very beginning of the game. Now, I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit about it. The graphics are really quite nice. Especially, this is optimized for the Retina display, so especially if you have an iPod Touch 4th generation or an iPhone 4, this will look really quite nice. So the controls are pretty standard for first-person shooters. They're pretty decent as far as, for touchscreen, but I'm still not a huge fan. The right side, you can just go ahead and look around and everything, and you also go ahead and tap to fire. And then the left side, you go ahead and walk. You can strafe left and right. And if you pull it all the way forward, you sprint. So let's go ahead and run across here. Now, one thing is, go ahead and just run forward here a little bit. Now, like I said, the controls are pretty good for touchscreen, but in general, I really do not like touchscreen at all. Let's go ahead and pull up our iron sights. Let's go ahead and crouch. Sorry guys, let's try to make sure that I keep this. There we go. And there we go. Pretty simple. Now we can go ahead and tap the top right to go ahead and reload. And then with this gun, we can go ahead and actually switch to our grenade launcher as well. Or we go ahead, if I tap that, we could throw a grenade. So let's go ahead and kind of walk over this way. Actually, walk over this way. Now actually, if we want, we can go ahead and pick up this. And with two weapons, you can go ahead and actually scroll through, so that's pretty cool. Now, there is also a vehicle. I don't think I'll be getting into the vehicles in this point. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that the controls for vehicles are pretty awful. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty awful. Especially when you get into tight places and stuff, it is really hard to control. So I think we're good here, so we can go ahead and stand up and sprint a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump up here. Now, I will admit, I have not played Battlefield Bad Company 2, so I can't really tell you, how accurate the story is, but I do know that all the characters are the same. So, just take these guys out. There is a little bit of auto-aim, so it's not too bad as far as aiming, but, again, not anywhere near as good as, using an Xbox or even a mouse and keyboard. Now, the game does run fairly smooth. Go ahead and make sure you guys can see this. The game does run fairly smooth. So let's go ahead and sneak up on this guy and get a nice kill, which you can just do by running up to them. Let's get a little closer here. Oops. There we go. But there you go, guys. That's going to be about it for my review. It's a pretty cool game. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. Now, there are some problems, though. For one thing, the sound effects and the sounds in general are not very good. You guys probably can't hear too much from right now, and just when you're playing it normally, but especially when you put on some headphones, you can really tell that they put some really low quality sound in there. Especially when you're playing multiplayer, there's literally no sound effects whatsoever. No, it's totally silent until you fire your gun, which is kind of a little bit of a downside in my opinion. However, overall, especially considering this is only $1 right now, I definitely recommend, guys, go ahead and pick this up. Of course, this is Battlefield Bad Company 2. You can go ahead and find it on the App Store for the iPhone and the iPod Touch. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.